So I have an issue right now. I have a situation where my very own family is committing multiple felonies against me as we speak, and they have been doing it ever since I was at least 5 years old because it reflected in the documents. So I've been treated so terribly by these people throughout my whole life. No matter how much love I tried to give, I always got treated kind of funny, and my brother too, and we never really understood it, so we kind of kept to ourselves. And so when I would come to Seattle, because I left Seattle when I was 25, and I pretty much stayed gone until I was like 35, or even longer than that. I might have left before 25, but either way, I left Seattle and I started traveling as a contract shipyard worker. You know, I was working with the paint crew, and I went to different shipyards and I worked. And I went to Virginia so I could get out of Seattle, because I knew I just couldn't stay in Seattle, because I knew there was something else out in the world, because people were full of shit. I realized people were full of shit. The older I got, the more I realized that the shit people be preaching, they don't really practice it. And especially my family. And then I start noticing different people around me just on their character. There was pretty much one person that was pretty strict on acting like that, and that was my stepdad, Joseph Gordon. He was my example of somebody meaning what they say and saying what they mean. You know what I'm saying? Because he did that. And he made sure that I was going to be mentally stable and have the fortitude to deal with the type of fuckery that people who lie will do to you, because they can drive you crazy, especially if they work together. You understand? And that's what's going on with me right now. And not only that, they're slandering my name. They're opening up court cases against me as the party responding, and they're using their address or their sister's address or their brother's address as a place where the summons will be received, because you have to be served. And they're acting like me. And I know this for a fact, because I started having all kind of weird stuff happening with my identity. And it already had been happening. I know somebody was stealing my identity, and I know my social security number and my name had been compromised, right? Because I got into the Moorish movement, and I start putting in the paperwork to, let them know I know what's up on my social security account. And, I lost zip drives and stuff like that. Sometimes you open up documents on people's computers and it stays there. Or maybe you just sent it to somebody and said, don't show it to nobody, it's got my personal info. But they did anyway, or maybe they lost something, or maybe somebody went up in their email. Either way, they get your personal information. So I knew I was compromised, but I had done certain things, like I started using Tamara Ill, like in 2009 or 2010. Either way, I have the documents of when I created that entity, because it's an entity for my Moorish nationality. Tamara Al-Isha Ill. I filed the paperwork in Wake County, North Carolina. Like, it's real, it's official. I got it authenticated by the state. It's not no bullshit documents. They don't authenticate bullshit. They don't authenticate nothing they don't understand. Okay, I got bonds and affidavits that I filed into the county of Osceola, Florida, where it was authenticated by Armando Ramirez, and he let me know that my documents were official because he's an attorney for the county. He reviewed my documents for a couple days, and then he released them, and then the state Secretary of State, the state Secretary of State, whoever it was at that time sitting in the office, he actually authenticated the documents. My bonds, my original bond is authenticated, you understand, by the state of Florida. So my stuff is official. So there's a lot of people looking at what I'm doing and what I'm saying, and they're looking at it for face value, because I've been out here watching people and what they do with their life on a day-to-day basis. They're worried about trivial shit. They're worried about going to a movie. They're worried about going to a concert, what to wear, what they're about to do to their hair next, what they're about to eat, if it's going to be good, if they're arguing with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or however. You know, everybody is like really on some trivial shit, and there's real things happening. Because I've been out here homeless, you know, but I still am homeless because I'm walking, I'm telling my story, and I know I'm not really being heard because I'm putting my evidence out there. And because these people are my family or they have some kind of relation to me, they automatically go to that first versus looking at the situation or looking at the affidavits or any documents I put in. You see? Because these people have tried to label me as being crazy. And that's why I put these videos out here. So you can see moments that I'm having spiritual events, and you can see moments when I'm just myself telling you, like, dude, I don't even want to talk about the shit. Fall in the void. I will fall in the void just to avoid anything that will bring me down. Don't fuck with my throne. You see, I don't like to think about it because I've already tried to do stuff. You know, I put police reports in. I just didn't report anybody because I didn't really want to accuse them without knowing fully. And then I actually got a credit report with the extras that they've been using for the past whatever amount of years since 1986. They've been using this address, these different addresses for me. And you know, with what's on your credit report, those are banking informations. You see? So people are using my identical name and they're stealing from me, and they're putting me in danger because they're doing illegal stuff in my name. That's why I did a sealed name change, you understand? I went into a sealed case and I changed my name because when I did it in the open case, they went and got a certified copy of the county name change. So I went and got a state name change. So no matter what anybody really does to me, the state can back up everything that I've done, because they certified my motherfucking documents. See, these attorneys and these judges are working together to discredit real, legitimate, legal paperwork, lawful findings, because they are working off of policy and code because they are illegal and they all need to be hung. According to the Constitution, they are stealing from the public trust because this corporation is bankrupt. They're supposed to be acting as fiduciaries for administrators of the estates. And I've done my own paperwork. So now I have somebody stealing my identity. They're thieves with no care for their fucking life. They're defaming my character on a regular. They lack all kind of intelligence. They're on drugs. They're alcoholics. They have horrible relationships. And they're making up shit about me. So I've totally separated myself, especially after my brother died and they made up shit about his death. So after that, I was like, okay, what the fuck going on? And I start finding paperwork and I put it out there. And it says she has non-biological children. In the state of Washington, the mother cannot be the guardian. She ended up being a guardian. And it says on the paperwork she notified the parents. This is after my dad died. She put all the money that was supposed to be in the estate case into the guardian case. Then I looked at the documents. I seen they weren't even sealed. I went to school to be a legal secretary. You see me? I go look up the law. Each law that I find like there's something wrong, I go and look that law up. And I put it out there for public knowledge that I looked this law up. Fuck what y'all think in your opinion about how it should go. This law, according to how shit goes now, right now, active right now, according to that shit, you know, our asses is supposed to be able to have a remedy within the codes and the policies, and that's what I've been using. And these people are using straight nothingness. They're putting false information in these documents and people are going along with it. And they're into a fucking estate court case. They're not supposed to enter in a state court. It's private. So that judge was wrong. I put a complaint in against the judge. You see me? I'm not in Seattle fucking around. I'm putting complaints in. You feel me? I had a computer. I'm a legal secretary. Put that shit together. And then on top of that, I studied law ever since I got jumped on by the police in Virginia. Then I start putting two and two together. Every time something happened to me, one of them is around me. And I'm saying my family. Then when I start putting it together with my addresses and the dates, because they give you the dates it was used, I said, this was right after I damn near died in Seattle. Somebody went and opened a motherfucking post office box. And yes, it was for my motherfucking social security number. That's just a credit report. That means somebody went and opened a P.O. box. And then I, had to stay in Seattle. Now I got jumped on by the police. And I had to stay there for like 2 or 3 years, and I couldn't do it because I started trying to fight my court case, and it was that same bullshit about none of the attorneys really want to use the law. They're trying to make a deal with you with what the judge said versus what the fucking law say. Like, they don't have no case according to this law, so what are you even going forward with the proceeds for? And it's because there's nobody to defend you. You have to take it to the higher level. You have to go to different courts and stuff. So I went. You see me? Because I've been fucked with. I know my law. I know my rights. I have other professionals who agree with me. But the ones that are in the position of pushing the button to make this shit go away from me, they're the ones who are doing the wrong thing. And they are the Masons. They are the Eastern Stars. And they're doing what Tamara Battles is telling them to do. But she was never married to my dad. So legally, her name is not Tamara Battles. Her name is Tamara Freeman. I am Tamara Battles. Okay, there's things going on here that supersedes baby mama type shit about my father and what he's left and what was going on with him and his legacy and what information they told me that was false. Starting with the fact that they told me the man that I was raised around as being my grandfather was my dad's father, and he was not. When he died, they told me that I was 18. I went and found my dad's family on the internet, and they let me know, we've been looking for you. I've been down there. I've been living there. I lived in Arkansas 2 or 3 years off and on. I had my own apartment down there. I was with my family. Got to know them. They cried. They missed me. And they told me what happened, why they didn't come around. And they were upset that they were never mentioned in our lives. Because I thought my dad was the only child, but his dad had other children. Okay? So this shit is deep. Like, these people have been lying before me even finding out about the identity theft. Just think about that. If you had a bunch of cousins, you had 13 other aunts and uncles you ain't never met. You got cousins that had family get-togethers. You didn't even get to meet their grandma, your grandpa's wife, because she was still alive. I could have met her. She knows things about my grandpa. My grandpa loved her. I wanted to see her. That's the type of stuff that I'm into. I've been spending my time and my money looking at my family legacy. I did my genealogy. It took me 2 years of study. Ask anybody who's done genealogy seriously. It's not a joke. And I revealed information and found family members that other people have been looking for. And I left it up there for public information because I didn't want to put it for, to sell it, because I know it would be my family coming to look. You see me? Like, I understand the importance of knowing your ancestors' names, so I start calling on their names and they'd be helping me. Yeah, it's TB. I'm Ta Battle or Tamara Battle or Tamara Alicia, which is two first names. It's how it is on my Social Security account and before. So my name would come up on the screen as just Tamara Battles, no A. You understand? People don't understand what's going on because they don't know the little intricate details about the law, puncher, grammar, and how things are entered into the computer. Okay? There were things that have been stolen from me. There's been documents that are in the court that are forged. And I can't even put complaints on it because these people are in on it, because somebody in that courthouse filed those false documents without the seals. They probably thought nobody would come and look at that shit. So I got illegally evicted from my apartment. I've been out here homeless ever since. It's been 2 years. My brother's been dead 4. So I spent almost 2 years in that apartment without seeing these motherfuckers, except for when my mom had surgery. I went to see her because I thought she was going to die, and my brother had just died. And I sat with her in the hospital for days. My sisters were too busy. You understand? My grandma got sick. She asked me to come take care of her. Okay? I was in Florida trying to escape again, to get the fuck away from these bitches with their fake ass everlasting bullshit that they keep coming with. Because every day is something new, some false manufactured, whatever, argument with their boyfriend, just fucking bitching, just overall bad negative energy about dumb shit. And I'm a whole person that's been traveling to different states and lived there on my own without none of them around me. I'm like, I don't need you bitches. Like for real. Like, you're my family, I love you, but I don't need you hoes. And that should be evident because I've been gone for 10 years. Don't try to put it out there like I've needed you. Then I find out that they've been telling people they've been sending me money and they ain't sending me shit. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? This shit is weird. You feel me? Like, why are they making this shit up for me? Like, they're sending me money. And I was like, oh, okay, because they're getting money from me. And they want to act like they've been rationing to me and I'm some alcoholic drug addict or something. And I'm out here taking care of myself. I got people throughout the country who know me personally. They know Tamara Ill. You see? They know Top Battle. And like I said, I looked at my Social Security paperwork because I'm waiting for my Social Security disability. It don't matter if you feel like I'm disabled or not. I got a severe mental problem as far as PTSD, anxiety, and depression. You feel me? And a few other mental things, because this will be you anxiety to know that your family that you love is the ones that's trying to kill your ass. The ones that's stealing your money, the ones that's going around slandering you, the ones that's contacting your friends and other family members that they don't be around to say bad things about you, to make up total fabricated stories about what the fuck been going on because nobody knows because you've been in another state and you've been hiding because you got jumped on by the police and you put paperwork in and the police start fucking harassing you and shit. You had to deal with 9 separate court cases or spanning over 2 years dealing with a case, and they still tried to fucking charge you and came to find out they had no reason to even pull you over. You understand? And then when they got an opportunity to take a breathalyzer, when I got to the station, they didn't do it. You see, nobody knows what happened. Nobody fucking asked me. But I wrote it out in statements and put it to them motherfuckers. And I've been posting that shit online to let people know I've been fighting for my life. This whole fucking 12 years, 13 years. And really before that, because they was doing little shit to me before that. I had little near-death experiences fucking with these people, my family that raised me, blood relatives that changed my diapers. So when I start asking my fucking grandma questions, my dad's mom, I ended up finding out information because I went through her closet and found some pictures, and she said it's his wife. I look exactly like this lady. It's undeniable. I looked her name up. She got the same name as my mama's mama. Because I looked the fucking names up, motherfuckers, like I'm supposed to. I'm a genealogist at this point. I went through the records, the census records, and went on back based on what the white folks saying in their records. Fuck what you're thinking. That's what I did. And I got it all mapped out on my Ancestry.com that I paid for. And I put my DNA up on there and just say so my kin wouldn't look for me. They could find my ass. Fuck the ones around me. I'm talking about the ones like me that understand that it's tribe. So if I'm an ancestor, I'm one of their family members, they might want to meet and ask some questions. You see, they might want to get in my face and commune with me, eat with me, and sit and get to know me, and talk to me, and see what I'm thinking on my fucking mind. And I know it's true because that's what my father's people did. And I didn't even know they were alive or existed. You understand? Right now, I'm under attack. And the people who are attacking me are very low character. And it's been proven based on the type of court cases they have open on them, which is fraud and all kind of stuff like this. They're known to lie. I went and looked up everybody. Because my private investigator, Joseph Gordon, is who trained me. I found documents saying that he said, she's not qualified to work for me. And that's a damn lie. I'm sure there's documents that's submitted to the FBI right now that has me listed down as the person who prepared the document. I guarantee you, because I did it. They taught me how to type at 7 years old. Yeah, he had a computer, a little DOS computer in our house, and we used to have typing tutor and all those games and stuff. We used to have to type the DOS code in. My dad told us. You see me? So he been training me. I started working for his company, Joe Gordon Investigative, when I was 13, 14, 15. And the type of stuff up, he'll sit and talk to me and type it up. So whoever typed that paperwork up or whoever said he said that, they a motherfucking lie. Because he give me a check somewhere in his bank account records from that U.S. bank account. I think it's U.S. C-First bank account. It used to be C-First. It's something else now. Or it's closed or something. Either way. He had bank accounts and cashed me out checks for working for him. So whoever said that, he said I wasn't competent, doesn't sound right. I graduated from Legal Secretary College. The teacher there, she quit, and I still graduated and made. A lot of people dropped out and went to other school because the teacher that had all the expertise had a nervous breakdown for some reason. And all her connections and stuff, we didn't have them to go do stuff. So instead of being a legal secretary in the beginning, I went and worked at the shipyard as a laborer. And I got my journeyman out there. I was working, I got hurt out there a few times too. I got records of my life. I got hurt in Virginia. Okay? I got Social Security records that say where I'm at and what I was doing at that point. Meanwhile, these people were trying to say I was doing something else, and I got proof to say I wasn't there. And then it's still in question. And then on top of that, there's some question as to whether she's my mama based on how she acted. I'm like, it's a possibility. She's not. The fuck she doing to me? So I put it out there. I think this lady's my mom. She looks just like me. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now all of a sudden they doing a DNA test, but they don't contact me. You feel me? They got my Facebook. They can contact me as soon as somebody can contact me. You see me? I'm out here homeless doing something totally different. That's why I post a few times every day so people can see me walking in different streets, talking competently, looking decent, hair combed. My face might be burning from being in the sun and shit. And my eyes might be watery from putting this damn lotion and sunblock on my face, trying to keep my face from burning. My throat might be a little dry because I don't ever be having nothing to drink and shit. I got me some tea now. Right now, we're dealing with a reality that's false, and everybody's living it in their own damn households. Yeah, because we know damn well this government's bankrupt, so why are we letting these motherfuckers run our life? Any other country, they don't like the politician, they run up on them and hang their ass and be done with them because they violated the Constitution, every last fucking one of them that's in office that participated in a two-party system. They all are in violation because the Constitution affords a republic form of government. So any of them that put an oath up and took an oath of office, because they have to take an oath of office, police officers and all these have to take oath of office, oath saying basically your ass gonna die if you fucking break your oath to protect the people, and they've been mistreating us. So they all can be hung. You understand? They've stolen money. People have died behind being in poverty. And these people are hoarding the money. And everybody else agrees that it's okay. What's going to be the retribution? Money's not going to fix it. They're going to have to get the fuck out the way. That's the only way we can move forward. Because we can't live with somebody that's a rapist.